Yesterday's lecture, Ahmed?
No, sir, I did not. I did not get time. And my specs are broken, so I will not be able to see things clearly.
You have your eyes are that bad.
No, it is like if I'm not wearing my glasses, then they are being watery and cloudy sometimes,
Okay,
so
okay.
I need them. I've ordered I've already paid them, but they are like it will take around 5 days for them to fix the glass.
Okay. I never imagined about these kind of services, these small things. In India, it is very easy. You get them on the same day. Does it happen in
Yes,
Bahrain?
yes, sir. Like usually it is 1 or 2 days, but now the shop where I went, I got to know that it was newly opened, so they are like we might take some time.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I've already paid them, right? So I cannot do anything now.
Huh. In India, we have some different, some online specs. There are companies, Lenskart, for example. We have those kind of things in Bahrain also.
No, 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 we don't have those things.
We do. E-commerce is booming in India. Okay. So everyone is here. Mariam is not here. Does anyone know why Mariam is not here? No? Okay. So let us start, okay? Yesterday we learned about we learned the picture of electrochemical cell, how it works. Now, today you write about that electrochemical cell. Please read the thing. Electrochemical cells. Okay. Now, what are electrochemical cells? Electrochemical cells are those cells, the cell that transform energy not from between. Wait a second. The cells that transform chemical and electrical energy. Okay. There are two types of electrochemical cell. The first one is galvanic or voltaic cell. Voltaic cell. Okay. What does this do? Converts chemical energy to electrical energy. Secondly, we have electrolytic cell. What does this do? It uses the electrical energy. It uses the electrical energy to bring about a chemical reaction. Okay, Mariam is joining us. So please complete this slide. Let me know when you are done. Then we will talk about a particular type of galvanic cell. See, electrolytic cell is removed from this year's syllabus. But if we get some time, we will talk a few things about electrolytic cell. Complete the slide, then we will talk about galvanic cell.
Sir, this is voltaic cell,
Sorry,
galvanic cell or voltaic cell.
voltaic. Oh, sorry, voltaic. It is. I missed the L. Voltaic. Okay, Amalia is done. Amalia is done. Fatima is done. Nazra is done. Abir, Ahmed, Mariam, Sania. So you will be having classes on Saturdays and
Not
Sundays.
sure
Okay.
about that.
Sorry.
You mean this class?
Sorry, Ahmed. What did you say?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Saturday and Sunday you will have classes from 1 to 3, okay, p.m. according to your Bahrain time. You won't have classes on Wednesday. Now Abhi suggests that we can have revision classes on Wednesday. So let me just think about it, and if there is something possible, then we will have 1 hour lecture on Wednesdays. In that we will just do some MCQs of chapters that we have already covered. Okay, will that be fine? 1 hour lecture on Wednesday, MCQs, revision.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you will draw this cell, okay? Now you will draw this cell, that is the galvanic cell, or this is a particular type of galvanic cell, uh, like Daniel cell. It is a galvanic cell. Uh, which uses the redox reaction between zinc and copper. Which uses the redox reaction between zinc and copper for the production of electricity. Okay. So please bear with me while I am making this particular cell. So let us have this one compartment and similar type of compartment of copper also. And then I have to put some rods on it. So there will be copper rods. Copper rod have to this is zinc and copper. Zinc rod, and I have to also give a copper rod. Let's say this is brown. Zinc solution is mostly Copper is somewhat blue. Okay. Now we need to add some salt bridges. Before salt bridges, I need the wire surrounding this. So I can draw the wire like this. Black wire. And then I need a salt bridge. Okay. Thank you for bearing up with me. This will be a bulb. What should we put? You can put a bulb here. Okay. So here it is zinc ZnSO4 solution. This is zinc rod. This is the copper rod. This is CuSO4, and this is your salt bridge. You have some cotton plugs in the salt bridge also, so you can maybe, you can see this. This is the cotton that is plugged in the salt bridge. Now this part, the reaction that is happening here, it is zinc is giving Zn2 plus 2 electron. Since this is a oxidation reaction in which electron is being lost, this is known as the oxidation half cell. I have to get this whole thing a bit above to make more spaces. Yeah, this is known as the oxidation half cell. Okay, now this is the oxidation half cell, and wherever the oxidation is taking place, it will be the anode. Okay, oxidation takes place at anode. This is the bridge, and here you have the reaction copper 2 plus 2 electron giving copper solid. Now since this is a reduction, this part or this compartment of the cell is known as reduction half cell, and this is also known as cathode. Okay, so these are electrodes. This is copper rod and this is one electrode. This is the electrode and this is one electrode. Okay, there's anode and cathode in electrodes, and the reduction half cell and the oxidation half cell. As you can see, there is negatively charged particles in this electrode, so this will be negative sign, and this will have a positive sign. Okay, this will have a positive sign, and this will have a negative sign. Since electrons are coming from here, so this will be negative sign, and wherever the electrons are getting towards, the electron will flow towards the positive sign. So this is the minus sign, this is the positive sign, this is the cathode, and this is the anode. Abir, so let Abir say now. Abir, you have some problem with the timings now?
I know when the school will start that time on Sundays.
Okay, on Sundays. Saturday is a holiday?
Yes, sir. Friday and Saturday are holiday.
Friday and Saturdays are holiday. Okay, so at what time will you reach home? Yes, Abir.
After 12,
You will reach at 12.
yeah, after 12, I think
After
so.
12. So after 12. Is it possible that you attend the classes online on Sundays? It will be hybrid, no?
No, sir,
You will
I
have the
don't.
No, sir, it's not possible. We should choose only one. If we
sorry.
go for online, we should continue every day online.
Oh, you have to choose now. Okay. So what should I do? 115 or something? Or 130? अच्छा देखिए ऐसा कीजिए ना the next week we will know ना the next week yes in the next week we will know about your timings. So next week let us keep the same timing. Okay, Abir? And yes, Abir,
Yes, sir.
let us keep the same timing for the next week. If you are late or if you are not able to reach home or if things does not work, then we will change that. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Please write everything, and also please don't forget the signs. This is negative sign and this is positive sign here. Don't forget those signs. Evening 4 p.m. Evening 4 p.m. That would be 6:30 for me, na? No, I have classes on the evening already. I already have classes in the evening. So you guys want to go to school for these 3 months, huh, guys? Yes, Abir, Ahmed, Mariam.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Amalia is done. Till exams. Okay. First time exam or the second term examination? Okay. You are not audible, Abir. I guess you said something. Term 1 boards. Okay. Okay. Abir, are you done? Ahmed, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Raise your hand then. Okay, everyone is done. Now you don't raise your hand. Lower your hand now. Okay. All of you, lower your hands. Okay. Please write a few remarks here. Remarks. So a galvanic cell consists of how many half cells? Two half cells. Two half cells. Okay. The reactions occurring in these half cells. Please write this with me. In these half cells are known as half cell reactions. Known as half cell reactions. Okay. Now, what are those two half cell reactions? There is oxidation and there is reduction. Okay. The half cell, sorry, in which oxidation occurs is known as oxidation half cell. The half cell in which reduction occurs is known as reduction half cell. Okay, it is known as reduction half cell. Now, so the electrode where oxidation occurs is known as what? The electrode at which oxidation takes place. Yes, is what? The electrode at which oxidation occurs is what? Anode or cathode?
So it's anode.
Anode, yeah. This anode. The electrode at which reduction occurs is cathode. Okay, please don't remember, I have not said that negative charge is a negative sign is for anode and positive sign is for cathode. Okay, please remember that the electrode at which oxidation occurs is anode, the electrode at which reduction occurs is cathode. Now write electrons flow from anode to cathode, from anode to cathode in the external circuit. write these points. Then we will write a few things about salt bridge. I have to at least start a few numericals in this class. Write it fast. Okay, Amalia is done, Amir is done. Waiting for Ahmed. Ahmed, are you done? Please raise your hand if you are done, Ahmed.
No.
Okay, Mariam, Nazara. Fatima is not here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Lower your hands, guys. Now write salt bridge. See, Ahmed and Sania were not present yesterday, so they will be thinking sir is not explaining anything. I did all the explanation in the last class. Yes, Abir?
I'm not.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I know. We did all the explanation. Why is the salt bridge introduced and everything in the last class? Please watch that lecture. That is important to have a kind of feel of this chapter electrochemistry. What things are happening? Okay, salt bridge.
Yes.
So first of all, definition of salt bridge. What is salt bridge? Salt bridge is an inverted U-tube or U-shaped tube. Let me write U-shaped tube filled with concentrated solution of inert electrolytes. Okay, inert electrolytes. Now, what kind of electrolytes can we put in the salt bridge? Okay, so write heading choice of electrolyte. Choice of electrolyte. Okay, so for the electrolyte in salt bridge, those electrolytes should be inert and they should not react with whatever components are there in the oxidation half cell or the reduction half cell. That is why we need inert electrolytes. Inert in the sense that in normal conditions they would have some reaction, but they don't react with those particular electrolytes present in the reduction half cell or the oxidation half cell. That is the first point. Okay, first point is that the electrolyte should be such that the ions in salt bridge should not react with the ions in salt bridge should not react with the ions in the half cells. Okay, now this second point is that the size of those ions, the size of cations and anions should be comparable. Okay, they should be comparable. Okay, why they should be comparable? Because those who have been in the in previous class, they know that we put those electrolytes to maintain the electrical neutrality, right? So what will happen here? The Zn2 plus charge will increase. So to neutralize the Zn2 plus charge, Cl negative ions will come, and this side the K plus ions will come. Okay, if we insert the KCl, solution in salt bridge. Now the size of K plus and Cl negatives are comparable, and that is why they move, and the mobility of these Cl negative ions and K plus ion, the speed at which they move to this anode and oxidation half cell for Cl negative should be the same speed of potassium ion also. Okay, so they should move in the same speed, and to move in the same speed they should have comparable size. They should have comparable size. Next you will write significance of salt bridge. Why is the salt bridge used? Okay, why is the salt bridge? So it follows the following function. The first thing is that it connects the two half cells and completes the cell circuit. Okay, in physics you would have learned that whenever you draw a kind of circuit, you have a bulb. Now this flow of current is always in the direction where it is circular. Okay, the flow of electrons should be circular, in circular motion. Now, if you don't have the salt bridge, there would be no circular motion of the current flow. So the salt bridge is also used to complete the circuit. Okay, to complete the circuit. Second point is that we learned yesterday. The second point is that it maintains the electrical neutrality of the half cells. Third point is that it prevents the diffusion of the solutions from one half cell to another. And right, the fourth point is regarding the liquid junction potential. It prevents liquid junction potential. Now, these 2 points are regarding the solution that chemist came up before the salt bridge. What they did was they had these two half cells not in different containers, in the same containers, and that container was pretty big, and they had some kind of thin sheet between them. Now this can also act as a salt bridge. Now your circuit will be a complete again. Now it is complete circular flow of current. But the problem was that there was some junction potential that developed positive charge and negative charge, and this prevented from the flow of electron furthermore. So the salt bridge is also used for preventing the junction potential between those two liquids. So that's why it prevents the liquid-liquid junction potential. Okay, Abir and Ahmed are done. Waiting for Amalia, Fatima, Mariam, Nazra, and Samia. We're just waiting for Mariam now. Okay, everyone is done. All right, representation of cell. Okay, representation of cell. Now, in representation of cell, you will remember this three letters A, B, and C. What is A, B, and C? A is for anode, B is for bridge, please listen, don't write, and C is for cathode. Okay. Now, for example, we had this cell of zinc and copper. Now, what happens here is in anode, bridge, and cathode. In anode part, you have to write the reaction that is taking place, and at cathode, you have to write the reaction that is taking place. And bridge is just given by this sign 2 dash. Okay, two simple straight lines. This will denote the bridge. Now, for anode, okay, for the anode, the half cell reaction for anode was. Wait a second. The half cell reaction at anode was zinc is giving Zn2 plus 2 electron. Okay. Now for copper it was copper is not giving, copper is taking electrons. Copper 2 plus is taking electrons and giving you copper solid. Okay. So please see in anode part you will write zinc first. Okay. Now zinc is getting converted into what, Ahmed? Zinc is getting converted into what in the anode?
Zn2 plus.
Zn2 plus. So you will just write a slash like this and Zn2 plus. Okay. And Zn2 plus. For cathode, what will be happening? Can someone please tell me? We have Cu2 plus, right?
Will
Slash copper. Easy? Yes, guys, easy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is one type of representation. You can add other information also, okay? A second type of representation can be see. Zinc will be solid, right? So you can write zinc solid slash. Zn2 plus will be in aqueous state. So Zn2 plus aqueous. And then you will have bridge. Okay. Then you will have copper 2 plus as aqueous slash copper solid. Okay. Now these are all the forms of representation that you can see, but the concept is the same. Zinc is getting converted into Zn2 plus. We are just adding more and more information to that. Okay. Now as soon as you see zinc to Zn2 plus, you can also say it is having what oxidation is happening. Cu2 plus to copper, it is reduction is happening. So you can have some more information such as zinc solid, and they can even give you the concentration of Zn2 plus. Okay, the concentration of zinc solid does not make any sense because it is not a solution. You will get only when you have a solution that is zinc is an aqueous solution. So the concentration, for example, let us say they gave you 1 molar aqueous, 1 molar. Then the bridge will be the same 2 lines, and for copper aqueous they will give you 1 molar slash copper solid. Okay, so please write these 3 representation of the cell. You have to just remember anode, A, B, C, anode, bridge, and cathode. In anode, oxidation will be happening. At cathode, reduction will be happening. Okay. Please write this, complete this, let me know when you are done. Okay, Ahmed is done.
So what is that 1 m? 1 meter?
Sorry,
1 m. Yeah.
concentration. Na? Here we added the information of the phase of these particular species, zinc and Zn2 plus. Zinc is solid and Zn2 plus is aqueous. Here we are also adding the concentration of those terms. Okay. So you will not give the concentration of zinc solid because it is not a solution. Zinc in aqueous state is a solution. That is why we have been giving. Okay, so it won't be 1 molar always. It can be some different concentration also. Waiting for Fatima and Sania. Okay, if you're done. Now see how to know which will be anode and which will be cathode. Okay, this question of how did we know that zinc will lose electron and copper is also a metal. It can also lose electron, but when zinc is placed, copper does not lose electron. So the choice of electrodes. So, okay, choice of electrodes. This topic will be choice of electrodes at anode and cathode. So please listen to this very carefully. Whenever you dip a metal on its a solution of own ion, metal dipped in solution of its own ion, two things can take place. Two things can happen. What two things can happen? Either the ions in the metal, they would like to get deposited on the road. Okay, ions from solution has tendency to get deposited on the rod. Okay, so you will have Zn, for example, Zn is dipped, Zn2 plus in the solution will acquire 2 electron and it will get deposited on the zinc solid rod. Okay, for example, if you have copper 2 plus, it will also gain 2 electrons, it will become copper solid. Now what the other thing that can happen is, from the metal that metal rod that you have, from there the metal can get converted into the electrolyte, right? They can get converted into the electrolyte. Metal atoms have the tendency to get mixed in solution, forming ions. Okay, so for example, you have zinc from the metal, it will get converted into Zn2 plus 2 electron. For copper, you will have copper 2 plus 2 electron. Okay, now both of these things can happen, and both of these things do happen, but one of them is more favorable according to thermodynamics. One of them is more favorable, and what is more favorable will be given you by the electrochemical series. Okay, it will be given by the electrochemical series, and see whether this will happen or this will happen. It will be given by electrochemical series, but any of these, one thing can happen. So if this happens, ions from the solution has a tendency to get deposited on this rod, then the electrode will gain a relative positive charge, and the solution will gain relative negative charge. Okay, so as you can see from the solution, positive charges are going to the rod, hence the electrode, it will gain the positive charge, and since positive charge are leaving the solution will be left with negative charge. Now here the opposite will happen. The electrode will gain a relative negative charge, and the solution will gain a relative positive charge. Okay, now whenever you have a charge difference, okay, whenever you have a charge difference, you have a potential difference, we say na, whenever you have a positive and negative. So when you have a charge difference, you say these are the potential, right? This is the potential. So this potential difference between the electrolyte and the electrode, please write it here. The potential difference between the electrode and the electrolyte is called as electrode potential. It's called as electrode potential. Okay, now since here reduction is happening in this side reduction is happening. Now if zinc has the more tendency to get reduced than to get oxidized, its reduction potential will be higher than its oxidation potential. Okay, so this side is what we will say, this is the reduction potential, and this side, whatever the potential is getting, we will say it is oxidation potential. Okay, more on this later, but first write these slides, then we will talk about the electrode potential. Write also somewhere that this side is reduction and this side is oxidation. Okay, so only two things can happen, either reduction or oxidation, and both of them will lead to some kind of electrode potential. If reduction happens, then the potential that is developed, it is known as the reduction potential. If oxidation happens, then the potential that is developed is just known as the oxidation potential. Waiting for Mariam, Nazira, and Sania. Waiting for Abir and Nazira. Okay, just waiting for Abir now. Okay, the electrode potential developed in the reduction is called as reduction potential. The electrode potential developed in oxidation is called as oxidation potential. Okay, oxidation potential. Now the electrode potential for a solution of concentration 1 molar is known as the standard electrode potential. Okay, it is known as the standard electrode potential. Now by convention, IUPAC has taken the standard reduction potential as, by convention means, I mean, the same logic due to which right is right and left is left, and we say this side is the right side, this side is the left side. There is no logic behind, by convention it is. So also here by convention, IUPAC has taken the standard reduction potential as the standard electrode potential. Now how to picture all this jargon in a very good way is to See, if you have a reduction potential now, the tendency to get reduced, okay? So you will translate this how? You will translate reduction potential is the tendency to get reduced, okay? And oxidation potential, what will be oxidation potential, Ahmed?
Tendency to get oxidized.
Yeah, tendency to get oxidized.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're done.
So what is that? The electrode? That will be potential or potential?
Potential, no? Standard electrode potential.
The above.
Oh, potential, sorry. Really potential. Okay, waiting for Ahmed, you're done, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just waiting for Amalia now. Just waiting for Amalia. Amalia, let me know when you're done. Okay. Amalia, she's here now. She's here. Yes, Amalia, let me know when you're done. I guess everyone is done. Nazira, are you done? Okay, Nazira is done. Is Amalia not done? Is Amalia not here? Okay, she's not responding also. So let me just move on, okay? Now I'm writing a few things here. You will let me know if this should be used for reduction or oxidation, okay?
Yes, sir.
So one example is, let us say if you have lithium, and when lithium gets converted to lithium positive and it gives one electron, okay, it gives one electron, the energy that we receive in terms of electricity in terms of volt is equal to 3.05. Okay, it is equal to how much? 3.05 volts. Now when lithium gets converted to lithium positive and electron, the energy that it gets released, because this is a spontaneous reaction, it has a tendency to lose electron. It is how much? 3.05 volts. Now tell me, this is what 3.05 volt will be? Standard oxidation is happening, oxidation potential of lithium positive, okay? in these standard conditions. So if you want to keep lithium in the electrochemical cell, the galvanic cell, will you keep lithium in the anode side or the cathode side? Tell me. In the anode side, right? Because it has the tendency to get oxidized. Okay. Now for second example, if you have potassium, potassium will get converted into potassium positive plus 1 electron, and the electricity, in terms of the energy in terms of volts that it gives out is 2.93 volts. Okay, 2.93 volts. Now if you have to make a cell of lithium and potassium, what would be the anode and what would be the cathode? Tell me loudly, please.
Lithium would be the anode.
Lithium would be the anode and cathode will be
Potassium.
Okay. Now I'm writing a few more and then I will give you these type of exercise. Okay. Now for example, if you have Zn2 positive plus 2 electron, it gives out energy 0.76 volt. Now you have to make between zinc and potassium.
Potassium is anode.
So which will be anode and which will be cathode? Ahmed, can somebody else answer other than Ahmed? Abhi, can you tell which will be anode and which will be cathode?
So potassium will be anode and zinc will be cathode.
Potassium will be anode and zinc will be cathode. Okay, fine. So, okay, what about Mariam, Nazira, Sania, Fatima? You guys understand how to choose anode and cathode? If you know these potentials. Yes, Mariam?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So you just have to compare the electrode potential of these. Now, please see, you won't be given these oxidation potential, okay? You will be given these type of potential, reduction potential. So please, in your NCERT also, you will be given something like this. For lithium, they will say lithium positive plus electron. Okay, it would give lithium positive, sorry, lithium solid, and the standard electrode potential. Okay, so E naught, that is the standard electrode potential. This is equal to minus 3.05 volts. Okay, so now if you have to convert, you have been given what? Tell me, is this the standard reduction potential or oxidation potential, guys? Is this SRP or SOP?
SRP.
Okay, Abir, SRP or SOP?
Sir, SRP.
SRP, everyone, right? Okay, you have been given the standard reduction potential is minus 3.05. Second, for K positive plus electron, giving K solid, the electrode potential is minus 2.93 volts. Now this is also again what? Standard reduction potential. So when you are given standard reduction potential and you are asked to choose the anode and cathode, now tell me, which will be anode and which will, tell me.
Potassium is anode and lithium is cathode.
Potassium will be anode.
Yeah.
Alright. What happened then in the previous time? So you said
No. Lithium would be anode and potassium.
Whose potential is greater?
Lithium.
Okay. So Mariam is asking, okay, can somebody tell me why? How do we know this is reduction potential?
Minus sign. And
Minus?
here,
No.
here we are doing the Li plus an electron.
Mariam?
In the oxidation, we just take out an electron from the normal product Li, and then minus.
Okay, we have to see this reaction first, okay? So this reaction is reduction or oxidation, Mariam?
Oxidation, reduction.
Mariam, this reaction here, Li positive. Yes. Is it reduction or oxidation?
It is reduction.
Reduction. So the potential will be given for reduction. Okay.
Okay.
Now there's also, so now here whose potential is greater to get reduced? Which will be easily reduced? Lithium or potassium? Which will be
Potassium.
easily reduced? Potassium will be easily reduced. Yes. No doubts now.
Yes.
Okay. Potassium is easily reduced. So it will be here in the potassium side will be the K and lithium will be in the anode. Okay. Now write a few relationship here. Standard reduction potential is equal to the negative of standard oxidation potential. Okay. So if you have the standard reduction potential, so this is the SRP. What will be SOP? 3.05, and for this it will be 2.93 volts.
Yes, sir.
Just write this first. Can I move on now?
Yes.
Okay. Now write standard EMF of a cell. Standard EMF of a cell. For this, I will take the example of copper and zinc. Okay. For this, I will take the example of copper and zinc. Okay. Those who have the NCERT with them, can you please go to the electrochemistry chapter, and in that chapter you have table 3.1, the first table of that chapter. Table 3.1. Electrochemistry table 3.1.
Sir, page number.
Page number. Okay, for the new book it will be 71. If you have new book, it will be 71.
Yes, sir.
You got that table?
Yes, sir. Standard electron potential.
Okay. Now here we made the Daniel cell,
Yeah.
right? In Daniel cell. So we had Daniel cell. And in that there was the oxidation half and the reduction half, right? So oxidation half cell. The oxidation was zinc was getting converted into zinc positive plus 2 electron, and the reduction half cell was that copper 2 plus was eating 2 electrons and getting reduced to copper solid. Okay. For this you will get the SR. For this you will get the SOP. For this you will get the SRP. Okay. Now in this table you have been given just these Okay, I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened. Suddenly my internet snapped. Okay, I think it is all gone. But fine, we can still write it now. Daniel cell. Yes, so oxidation half cell. The reaction was zinc getting converted to zinc positive, 2 positive plus 2 electron, and the reduction half cell is copper 2 positive plus 2 electron getting converted into copper solid. So what will be the standard oxidation potential for this reaction and the standard reduction potential for this reaction? First, find the standard reduction potential for copper 2 plus. Did anyone get this? No one got this?
What's
Abhi,
yeah,
yes.
it is here in the book.
Sorry, can you please be a bit louder, Ahmed?
It is here in the book. 3.4, 0.34.
0.34.
Yes, sir.
Okay, volts, right? That means when this reaction happens, this much electricity will be, when this reaction happens, this much electricity will be released. Okay, I mean energy will be released and it will be get converted into this much electricity. Now the oxidation potential for Zn2 plus to 2 electron, you won't have this reaction. Okay, you will have the opposite reaction. Zn2 positive plus 2 electron, you will be giving the standard reduction potential for zinc. You have to just tell me by converting the, by flipping the sign. If it is negative, tell me the positive value. If it is positive, tell me the negative value. Look out for this reaction, Zn2 plus 2 electron. Yes, Fatima, correct. Look for this. Then the SRP will be given. To convert this SRP to, if it is negative, just flip the sign. If it is negative, do it positive. If it is positive, do it negative. Yes, Amalia, correct. Okay, fine. So Amalia and these guys have got the answer. Abir, it is correct. Yeah, so it is 0.76 volts. Correct? Any doubts still now?
No, sir.
Yes, Sanya, yes, Ahmed. Okay, no doubts. Okay. Now in Daniel cell, what is happening? This reaction is also happening, the reduction and the oxidation, both reactions are happening. Okay. So the EMF of the cell will be is equal to the electricity from the oxidation half cell plus electricity from reduction half cell. Okay, so what we can write this, the electricity from oxidation half cell is equal to standard oxidation potential of oxidation potential of anode plus electricity from reduction half cell. This is the standard reduction potential SRP of cathode. Okay, so this will be equal to, and also write it like this, E naught of oxidation plus E naught of reduction. Okay, the ones whose oxidation is taking place and E naught reduction of the one whose reduction is taking place. Okay, so the first thing that you have always to find in any electrochemical cell is the oxidation half cell and the reduction half cell. Only after that you will be able to calculate anything. So this EMF of the cell, you can say that it is equal to E naught cell. What this degree sign means? This degree sign means that all the conditions are standard conditions. Okay, in standard condition, the sign means the conditions are the conditions while measuring are standard. That is 1 molar concentration of these half cells. So this formula is important.
Yes, sir.
Done, everyone?
No, sir.
Everyone is done. Okay.
No, sir, not done.
Not done.
Done, sir.
Everyone is done? Okay. Now those electrode potential that you have in the NCERTs now, they can also be, they can tell you many things, okay? They can tell you many things. For example, this question of, can you store copper solution? Can you store copper solution in zinc pot? Okay, so how to answer this? So see, copper solution, you will have copper in 2+ state. Okay, you will have copper in 2+ state. So you will see this reaction, Cu giving Cu2 plus 2 electron, and then you will see what is the oxidation potential. You will see what is the SOP here, and you will have zinc Zn2 positive plus 2 electron. You will see the standard oxidation potential here. Okay, so if this reaction has more standard oxidation potential, that means Cu2 plus will survive even if you have zinc in the zinc. But if zinc has more standard oxidation potential than copper, then zinc can easily replace copper ions. Okay, so please tell me whose oxidation potential is higher? Copper or zinc? Whose oxidation potential is higher? Copper or zinc?
Copper.
Copper's oxidation potential is higher.
So your voice cracked.
My voice is lagging.
No, just
For a while.
yes, sir.
What is the standard oxidation potential for copper? See that table and tell me now.
0.34.
Point 0.34 plus or minus?
It is plus over here. So we'll so it
It will be minus, na then?
yeah.
Now it is
0.34.
0. Minus 0.34.
34.
Now for SOP for zinc is
Minus 0.76, so it will be plus 0.76.
so we can say that standard oxidation potential of zinc is greater than standard oxidation potential of copper. Hence, Zn2 plus will replace Cu2 plus. Now, if Zn2 plus will replace Cu2 plus, then we can't keep Cu solutions in zinc pot. Is it clear now or is it still lagging?
No, sir, it's like
It's fine. Okay.
So now it lag what you said.
But Ahmed, it's fine.
so I said it's lagging.
It's lagging. Still, it's lagging.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have to teach one more topic of Nernst equation, but I don't think it is possible now.
Yes, sir, we can have a break.
Is it
No, sir, it's still lagging.
What is Abir saying? Not lagging?
Now it is not lagging.
No, it is not
Now it
lagging.
is
Okay,
fine.
fine. Then let us do that. Now it is fine. Hey, no, you can't have break. So since here what we have suggested that the concentration of the solutions are 1 molar. Now this is not the ideal. So what will happen if you have different concentration, and for that different concentration we have Nernst equation. Okay, Nernst equation. So what does Nernst equation do? It gives the relationship between EMF of a cell and the concentration of the half cells. Okay, half cell solution. Now there is one thing that you have to start with, and the relationship between Gibbs free energy and the EMF of it is given by, so delta G naught is equal to N F E naught. Okay. Now what are these things? So delta G naught, standard Gibbs energy, and number of electrons in the redox reaction. Faraday is the Faraday constant, F is the Faraday constant. Okay, it is lagging again.
Yes.
Okay, just write these a few things. I will just complete this slide, then you all can go. Okay. I don't know why. So since it is raining, I guess this problem will be consistent even in the evening, then it will be very bad. Okay. 6.02 charge on electron. Into the atom number 1 is equal to 1.6
So your voice is not
into 10 to the power minus. Yeah, I know. Please write this 0. Okay, guys. ठीक है. No more. I will explain this Nernst equation in the next class. Okay. Let me just stop sharing. Figure out what is happening for the next class.
Could you show that again?
So, you want to write it, then you can write it, but Yes.
Yes, sir.
ये साइंस वाला नहीं था ये साइंस
अभी
Yes, sir, done.
Thank you, sir.